Happy birthday, America. Happy birthday to the United States of America, the greatest country on all the planet. Such a great place. And you can hear them singing the praises of America at all of these soccer games that are going on. People are coming from all over the world to play the FIFA sports over here. And I got some great people today. We're going to stay in studio. Lisa has some very important appointments, so she had tasked me to get the news, right? So, you know, I go over to my faithful chat GPT for $20 a month, and I say, hey, Mr. Writer, give me the top 5 stories today. And I read the stories, and I go, no. I want the 5 top America first stories. What did it mean to me as a MAGA? Because I don't care about the other side. I really don't. I used to try and be a nice person to everybody. Do you know that, Kevin?
I can see that. Even Gino?
Well, yes, Gino
I'm right
in particular. And
I'm right here.
It's hard to be nice to Gino.
Well, let's go around and say hello to everybody over here. Starting with KDJ, then we'll jump over to Gino, over to John, and Luke will finish it up.
Hello, everybody, and Gino. Thanks for joining us. We've got big news from the Supreme Court. Big news. We're going to talk about a movie that Joe saw that I was hoping he'd see, and we're going to have fun. That's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing. Sorry, this camera over there. That's what we're doing today.
What is Gino doing?
Just hanging out with the best guys. Driving here, smelling the freedom. Might be the carbon dioxide in my car is a leak, but I'm a little lightheaded. I'm ready to go.
Well, that's how you get fired up. We're very happy to have you, by the way, Gino. I watch some of your stuff. I even look at some of your old stuff. You're very consistent. You're very strong in how you feel, and you're a proud American. So thank you for being on this show with me.
We're all American this week. Even the Spicks. You said that, right?
Johnny boy, you don't say much, but he was around today, this weekend, Johnny, right?
Yeah, I'm really happy and proud that our month starts. I don't think it's today because we're still on the tail end of the
Pride Month.
Yeah, which I thought
the American Pride. I thought they changed it.
Yeah.
But I love it because I can see that there are people out there that love our country, you know, so this is the time to celebrate the country. You know, and I tried something this weekend with Joe. We went to a crowd and stuff, and there were people that were wearing their American flags and showing their pride, you know, and you could see the ones that aren't. You know, I could see somebody that doesn't love this country, but anyway, wanted to try to have a conversation with them, and I started with our patriotic, we love our country, and I said, even for me, I'm a Democrat. And boy, oh boy, of course, Joe made it clear he's not. All I wanted to do was open up a conversation with somebody that doesn't agree with me. And I for a minute, because he was pretty cool with it. So
I saw that. That was an interesting conversation, John, that you started up with him. And he was very anti, everything. He didn't like his job. He didn't like his life. He didn't like anything, right? He was coming out that way. And he certainly doesn't like what Trump has to do. He was trying to make that clear. I happen to have my new chops on. I'm growing on the side in the shape of an America flag. And over here, don't tread on me, right? Both sides. What it would look like.
Pork chops?
Yeah, pork chops. That's what I got today. I'm growing them long. But
it's a little jaundicey, the yellow. Trust me, it blends with my regular skin. I like it.
Yeah, well, I have many of them. They're they're temporary tattoo. So, my wife let me put them on. Lukey, you want one of my temporary tattoos?
I don't know.
What are you doing, Lukey? Are you working this weekend? What are you doing for July 4th?
I am doing a block party.
You're doing a block? Can you explain that, please?
A block party is where like every neighborhood sets up like an event or something.
So what are you going to be doing over there besides eating?
Being on the ones and twos.
The ones and twos? What do you mean?
DJing.
Oh, DJ Luke the Nuke. You can get him here. You look for info at the America First Warehouse and you ask for DJ Luke the Nuke, and we'll get some information to you on where he's at. Do you know where you're going to be this weekend? What the address is?
I don't know what the address is, but it's in Farmanville.
It's in Farmanville. Well, I'm so proud of you, Luke the Nuke, joining us, being part of this great show that we're pounding out. What I'd like to do is just try and catch the news that I picked off of Chat GPT, and then we can discuss each one of them. As a matter of fact, I'm going to open up with what you just talked about. The Supreme Court keeps birthright citizen in place. When I saw that, I was a little surprised at that. The Supreme Court rejected President Trump's attempt to limit birthright citizenship, keeping the current interpretation of the 14th Amendment in place. For America First voters, this is a major immigration setback and renews the debate over whether Congress must step in to clarify citizenship. They had put the citizenship in that amendment basically for the slaves, and there are no slaves. I mean, they haven't been slaves since Lincoln got the first Republican got rid of it. And the citizenship was for those people that were born under slavery during those times were able to become American citizens. That's what it was for. It wasn't for anybody coming in on a vacation and dropping a baby at the front door of the hospital. That's just not the way it was set up to be. But yet they think it is. So you have an invasion of the Asian population into colleges, and they're all out here learning and having babies and passing around biochemical. Hey, Kev, help me out with this one. Am I wrong or what?
Joe, I wish you were wrong. I wish you were so wrong I could say, man, you're so wrong. All of that is garbage, but everything you just said is true. Right now, there's an industry where various countries send pregnant women here. A friend of mine, a cop in Detroit, busted, I forget what they call them, birth hotels. They were.
You want to know what I called them? No, you go.
Yeah, well, you'll get your turn, Gino.
We can't say it. Well, I'll tell you what I called them during the break, but go on, Kevin.
There were 5 Iraqi women pregnant in one house. They pay, they show up, they have the baby, they get the birth certificate, they say, see ya, and they go home, they teach them to grow up to be a jihadi daddy,
yeah.
And they send them all back in 20 years to take us over. China's doing the same thing. It's sick, and it's wrong, and I can't believe that the Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett, one of them, stabs us in the back. This is such a no-brainer.
Gino.
Speaking of no brains, let me tell you something. There's a thing called the Colossus, not what you do at home, young man. There's a thing called the Colossus. I believe that's the thing on the Statue of Liberty. Give us your poor, your tired, your huddled masses yearning to be free. Yearning to be free, not yearning to invade, okay? Yeah. And we're tired. We're huddled, and we're the masses that have had it. Don't come to this country and drop off a baby and do exactly that. Do you understand? And don't come here and think, how come I don't take my wife and go to Iraq or even France, the city that's melting, and have a baby so they could be citizens there? Because this is the greatest country in the world, and at some point we have to draw a line in the sand. Some people call those lines borders and say you can't stay. Have a kid, come here the right way, and then decide if you want to live in this country, or can I say shithole, or your shithole?
Your shithole country.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Johnny, birthright citizenship.
Yeah, definitely burns a hole in me, too, or steams my clams or what have you. But Amy Coney Barrett, I just remember her face when Trump walked in to address the Senate on the State of the Union. You know,
it was a grimace.
I think she has some TDS, and I also think that Trump probably got a recommendation for somebody that needs to be fired. You know, how he wind up putting her up there. You could see she don't like him. She don't like our country. Anybody that voted against birthright citizen, let's get things where it's supposed to be. Citizenship, love our country, simulate, praise Lord, and, praise God, and, make this the greatest country ever like it is.
You're going to love the next headline, Johnny, because it's going to the Supreme Court again. KDJ, what do you got?
Oh, I was going to say, when Justice Kavanaugh was coming in, they rioted. They went nuts. But when Amy Coney Barrett came in, they didn't say a word. And I was like, I wonder why. And now I know. She's a lefty.
We all know. Luke, my man over there, can you tell me what your favorite cigar is and what songs you might be playing this weekend?
Oh.
Tough question.
Do you take requests?
You know the cigar. You get the same one. Gino smokes the same ones.
I had a delicious one today. A fan sent me a Burson, I think it's called. Oh, delicious.
Burson, ever heard of it,
How
Luke?
do you taste those? You just take a puff on them, say it's a good
I've been
cigar?
having some Nicaraguan cigar.
That's racist, Luke. Nicaraguas.
Yeah.
Oh, cigars. Those are fun.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, we'd do nothing but smoke all the Nicaraguans.
And I think
Cigars.
I think the biggest song I'm going to play this weekend is either "Proud to Be American" or "Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue."
Nice.
You have some excellent choices there, Luke, and I'm telling you what, I'm so proud of you, man. I can't get enough of you, and you're really one of the best workers I have. All right, this is another great one, and Gino, I'll go to you first after this. Supreme Court backs girls' sports protection.
Yeah.
The court upheld state laws banning biological males from competing in girls' and women's school sports. Conservatives are calling it a major victory for fairness, parental rights, and protecting female athletes. The court upheld state laws banning biological. So there were state laws. They took it to the Supreme Court, John, and the Supreme Court said, no, we're banning this. Okay, major victory. Gino?
It's a major victory for common sense. There's no way women and there's no way men should be competing in women's sports. And when you let these people get away with it, all it does is further the stupidity, and they think they can do more stupid things. And the beauty of it is, and I think you'll all agree, and then I'll yield the rest of my time, you see that the left, it just keeps getting worse and worse, and it's collapsing on them, not on us. We won that victory. And who's the guy Wiener in California that was all for trans, but then it's not enough. It's never enough, and then they're almost beating the crap out of him because of what's going on in Gaza and the genocide. It will never be enough, and they're going to eat themselves, okay? And it's fun watching them lose their mind.
I like that.
Yep.
KDJ?
You know, the wackos are taking over the party. I just saw this guy who thinks he's a girl running for mayor in Hamilton, Ontario, who had a sock puppet and was doing this. We're going to play that video tomorrow. He said, hello, my name is Matilda, and I would like to be the mayor of Hamilton with...
Mr. Hand? Mr. Hand from South Park?
Yes, just like that.
Oh, my God.
Johnny Boy was in Texas this weekend with me, right? You think that do you think Texas allows girls in sports?
I think any state that has any kind of a logical, mind, it doesn't belong. If a woman wants to wrestle in a man's league, that would be okay because it's all based on weight class, you know what I mean? But the thing of it is, for the man, if you lost to the woman, you'd be the most embarrassed wrestler there was.
Of course.
Well, yeah, that's embarrassing, Johnny, because you was a wrestler for a long time. We only got 10 seconds. Did you have to wrestle that girl or what?
No, I didn't wrestle any girl. I did wrestle a blind guy. I pinned him in a few seconds. He didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming. Here's our commercial.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW, making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single, Justice for All, with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
We are back here at the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land. I can't help myself. It's all over
No
me.
place like it.
Johnny, it really is. And I'll tell you, what an experience we had down in Texas. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But I'm going to tell you, I got some pictures that we're going to put up with us. I had dinner with Grant Stinchfield, the head of Stinchfield's Army. What a badass he is, man. He's got a great show. He's America first all the way. I had a great day with Lego Man. You guys know Lego Man and Olivia, Robert Moores and Olivia. They're building a beautiful empire themselves. They got a movie coming out about themselves in the meeting that they had at January 6th, what they both went through. It's an incredible story, and it's going to be featured out of the warehouse is what I'm thinking, Johnny, and you were there for some of that.
I couldn't be proud to be part of Robert Morse. He's an exceptional man, God-fearing, and he's only going to go places, and his movie is going to be an entertaining movie, so it's going to be about real life and what he had done, but it's going to be a great movie, and there's some things in it that, I'm going to keep to myself because I want you to enjoy the movie, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, because what I want to tell you about that movie, it's got to come out very quickly because I know the far left is already developing their fake January 6th story. Sean Penn is trying to put something together with whatever anti-American Trump-hating actors they have out there. That's what they're trying to do. But we here at the America First Warehouse will give you the truth from the heart, from God and Jesus and, the great things that this country is about and the lives that we lead. All right, let me get back into some of the headlines. Okay, guys? There's another Supreme Court one, and then there's two outside of the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court was very busy this week.
Yeah.
Well,
not busy enough.
They got a lot of ones coming this week as well, today.
It's the last day or something like that, right? Today's the last day of this, whatever they.
There's still issues they're going to come up.
They're sitting on a big one. I can't remember. My brother's going to kill me. I can't remember what it is.
It's all right. This might be it. The Supreme Court protects Federal Reserve independence. Oh, yeah, this is really deep. The court blocked Trump from removing federal governor Lisa Cook. And I believe... I'm not going to comment yet, but while allowing broader presidential remover power over other agencies. The court blocked Trump from removing Fed Governor Lisa Cook while allowing broader presidential remover power over other agencies. This keeps the Fed partly insulated from the White House, which matters as Americans continue watching inflation, interest rates, and housing costs.
Unbelievable.
Well, for me, I'm 100% Trump. Because everything he's told me over the last 8 to 10 years, maybe 20 years, was the truth. Every example I can think of, Trump was right. And he was truthful. And the truth hurts sometimes. The truth hurts. And this federal one over here, I believe... I believe that Trump has the better interest, and he controls the executive branch, and it controls all of these out-of-control spending agencies that are ripping us off every single day. They think they're in charge. They're really not. But that's the swamp. It's got to be drained. Kevin.
I got to agree. Trump is right on everything. I personally would like to see regime change in Iran, but that's just me. That's just me. I would like to see that. But you know what? They're working against Trump, the deep state, and they're hurting us in the process. You have to weed out, you got to scrape these barnacles off, folks. And if that's the president of the Fed, that person has to go. We have too many people. We saw John McCain shoot down health care for Americans because he didn't like Trump. Trump has shown me, this whole Trump thing, he didn't show me, but you see how petty a lot of people really are. I'm going to hurt the nation or the world because I don't like Trump. That's sick.
I'm going to cut a big hole in the reflecting pool because I don't like America.
Yeah.
Gino, you love America.
Yes, if we learned
I can't take it.
Yeah, well, please, it's the Federal Reserve, okay? And I don't want to get into the Titanic and the Rothschilds and how they did this, but the bottom line is that woman was fired by Trump, and all they did was let her stay during the appeal. How long, who knows that will go. Mm-hmm. But the only thing deeper than the deep state, that's my brother Max Lodes, so it's a different thing, but that is the deepest of the deep state, the Fed. They basically do have a license to print money. They make it up. They print money so they can charge us more taxes. And that is the deep state saying no, Trump. And I'm amazed that the Supreme Court didn't overrule it. But the fact they did, that weakens my faith in the three rings of government, mainly then. Because what we're seeing this week is just a slap in the face to common sense. which I also have been called, but that's not important right now.
Right. Well, we're not going to slap you today, Gino. Well, maybe put you in a safe space. But Johnny,
It's a sad day for that ruling, but that ruling was not that he couldn't do that, but he had to have just cause for it, and why the Federal Reserve is different from these other departments that are all put into those positions by the president. By the executive branch.
Right, he's running a business.
The one that they okayed to get rid of, she was in by Harry Reid and Obama, and she was going against everything us as Republicans and American-loving people was against, so he was allowed to fire her. The Federal Reserve lady was brought in because she was accused of mortgage fraud.
Correct.
She's the one that had the 3 houses, and all of them were her main homes
Resident.
and stuff, and the court didn't okay that Trump couldn't get rid of it, but he had to have just cause for it, and they didn't file right. So our DOJ didn't file right in the Supreme Court. So it's kind of sent back. It wasn't that, no, he can't fire her, but now just that individual person has to be, we have to go through the courts to prove that she's a crooked, cheating on her mortgages and,
But it
making decisions for all of us.
But it doesn't surprise me because, as we all know or should know, Federal Reserve, that's the name, but there's nothing federal about it. It's an independent entity. It's a private bank. It's a criminal enterprise at this point that Trump basically, I hear all these conspiracy theories that I love for one of them to be true or that someone could elucidate for me, but he's trying to get us to go back to the silver standard, all these things. He's trying to destroy the Fed. So I'm amazed the Supreme Court was even allowed to rule on it. But in essence, lack of a better word, deep down, I'm not surprised that they shot it down because they will not be, they won't be messed with. They're in charge. They're making us a debtor nation.
Luke, do you know the difference between a man and a woman? Let me rephrase
A man
that for you.
has big boobs.
Do you?
And
All right, let me rephrase that.
A woman has big boobs and a man has a penis.
Well, that's frankly
Woman
it.
has big boobs and a man likes those big boobs.
Well, I think that's the answer from Kindergarten Cop, if I remember correctly. It was something along those lines. But I really wanted to ask you, Luke, do you like girls or boys better? Which one?
Oh, girls 100%.
Well, I'm a boy. Don't you think I'm a good? Don't you love me? And Uncle
You're
John.
confusing him. That's not good, man. Don't confuse him on that.
Luke,
He
you are
loves us
such
all.
a
He
good
loves
boy.
America.
My nephew, Luke Reisner, DJ Luke the Nuke, is such a good boy. He is the one that when Jesus talks about the children of the world and the children that we have to protect, he's one of them. He is a great human being, and he's one of the hardest workers I got. Okay, let's stay on course over here. Thank you, Luke, for clearing that up.
Can I just throw in that
Please.
if you got a person with big boobs and a penis, that's a Democrat. That's a Democrat is what that is.
Thank you, Kevin.
Use
We knew we had to do it. Okay, here's
individual
one
that
that was kind of leaning onto what you were talking about earlier, Kevin. You snuck in a little bit about the Iran thing, because, I'm not really happy with the Iran thing. And I was watching some of Charlie Kirk's old videos, and, man, he's got 1,000 of them that's telling us, don't get into war with Iran. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let the Israelis handle their war. I was a little surprised to hear that because I kind of understand why we had to do it. Okay, I believe that there was enough information that they would have gotten to destroy us, and they're not. I think we had to go in there. I don't necessarily agree with Charlie Kirk, but I do like the way Trump does things. So here's the Trump team pushes Iran diplomacy through guitar. Does that mean that he'll be singing with them with a guitar? No, that's the country out there. It's one of them 180 some odd countries. Trump envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are in Qatar working on Iran mediation as Middle East tensions continue. The America First question is whether the U.S. can secure peace without getting dragged deeper into another foreign conflict. And I will tell you that I do have a lot of faith in those two men, in particular Kushner, who was very involved and responsible in the Abraham Accord. Okay, and with that, I'm going to go to the token comedian Gino.
Oh, as opposed to the good comedian. Yeah, I'm going to say this about Iran. I don't care. I don't care. Right now, what you need to realize is in real life, gas right now is cheap. The last time gas was this cheap per barrel, gas was $2.75 a gallon on average. Why is it not down that far per gallon? Because the oil companies are still robbing us. And again, this is what we've been saying for months, and we all agree. Trump is a very smart man. And regardless of whether you think that or not, you cannot argue, and I think he's smart, very smart. We talked with, I keep forgetting his name from last
Peter
week.
Tickton.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Hey, he's very smart and he knows what he's doing. But one thing you cannot argue is he has never changed what he said he was going to do. So anyone on either side that's like, why did he invade Iran? Why don't you watch a tape of him from 1980? Oh, yeah. Period.
Yeah.
1980, when he
That's right.
said he was, if I was president, I'd invade Iran. Why don't we take their oil? And that's what he's doing. And everyone wants to find fault with, oh, this war for the last time. If Kevin Downey Jr. jumps on me and starts beating the crap out of me while I go stop, and you guys go stop fighting, you're not paying attention, or you need to use your words more goodly, because he's beating the shit out of me. And Trump bombs them whenever he wants, and whenever he stops, like, why? Well, you stopped, you back down. No, we got tired of hitting them because they have zero nothing. So
Well,
again,
what are they throwing at
Anytime
us,
people
though?
say it's an Iran war, I'm like, call it whatever you want, but Iran is useless.
Well, it's
They have to have something, Gino, because they were throwing bombs into the the American
No, they hit a ship out there, but the Iranians don't want to admit defeat because they're worried, and their propaganda that they put out is nothing that you want to believe, because you got to believe what Trump says. And our left-wing media was just like the Iranian propaganda, just anything to hurt Trump. But they're afraid that if they find out that they're weak, the people that live in Iran will take the country over. So they have to still show that they're a prominent and dangerous force, and they're not. The Hormuz is open, oil is flowing.
And if I could say one more number, 13. That's what she told me. 13. That is the number of people that to date still we have lost, and thank you for your service, Patriots, in this battle. 13, okay? We lost 13 people on Biden's, Autopen's, clumsy exit from Afghanistan. In one day, in one sad, embarrassing moment, we lost 13 American soldiers. And people are like, anyone that says it's a war, tell them to learn how to count and pay
right now.
attention.
You got to look at a clock and count.
Sorry.
250 years ago, a nation was born, built on courage, driven by freedom, defined by patriots who stood their ground. Today, we don't just remember that legacy, we wear it. This is more than a shirt. It's a symbol of strength, freedom, and pride. I'm Steve Stern, COO of theflagshirt.com, and I invite you to celebrate 250 years of the United States with us. Wear your pride, stand for something, get your shirts today.
Politics feeling broken? What if you could match with politicians the way you match on a dating app, but based on real values? Meet OpScore from GoUSA, the first ever values-based political matchmaker. Think Match.com for elections that aligns voters with politicians. We score politicians on a nonpartisan scale based on your priorities. Track your politician scores and take our OpScore Challenge survey to match with leaders who align with you at opscore.org. Stop voting blind. Start matching smart. Politicians work for you.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
It's me, Joe the Box, and I'm John the Blanket with the America First podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino podcast coming to you from the America First warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Is this the most amazing place on the planet? I can't get enough of it, you know? I had took that trip to Dallas with my brother Johnny Blanket, had me covered all the way through, and we crushed it. I can't wait to show you some of that. Probably in segment 5, I'm going to stick around. I got some pictures of John and I at the event and the movie that's going to be coming here to the warehouse. I know that Kevin Downey Jr. is familiar with it. It's called The Alamo Movie. It's coming out. It's a documentary, and it's basically going to awaken everybody to the movement of Sharia law throughout the land and Europe, how it come over and where it was established from. And Sharia law, which to me has like no sense whatsoever, especially when it comes to women. You know, I mean, how they destroy them. But we're going to come back to that on the segment 5. Okay, guys, hold on to your thoughts on that one. But this is the final top news story I took, which I asked them to give me an America First angle, because that's really what I am. Heat dome hits the eastern U.S. A major heat wave is pushing dangerous temperatures across much of the eastern United States, with high humidity making conditions feel even worse. Officials are warning Americans to limit outdoor activity and check in on seniors, workers, and vulnerable neighbors. Luke, will that hot weather this weekend slow you down?
Not really. I'll be under like a tent or something just to stay cool. And probably drink a lot of water.
A lot of water is very important that you drink a lot of water, right?
Yeah. And this type of like hot weather.
So, do you like your water cold and on ice?
Yes.
I see. And you will be having a playing in Farmingville this week. We're going to get you the information. DJ Luke, the Nuke, is setting it up, right?
Yes.
All right, listen, I'm going to go right over to Gino because, you know, I'm very excited about what he has to say. You was down in the hot weather all the way down in Carolinas back and forth.
Yeah.
Is this hot weather going to be vulnerable to you?
You know what? You know what we had? If anyone's watching overseas, you won't get this. We had air conditioning. You understand? Because, and again, if any of you are watching this in a shithole country, you won't get this because we plugged it in to the electricity. And do you understand? We have 2 kinds of ice here. The kind that keep us hydrated and the kind that keep us safe. And in other countries, all of Europe, they're dying. And they have to check on old people because they live in huts without heat and without ice. And I'm sorry that you want to make a big thing about it here in America. And you know why you do? With this. These things are used to terrorize people more than they are to inform. Do you remember 3 years ago? Did you ever see a big red warning? Heat advisory. Mm-hmm. They terrify you for no reason. Fan yourself. Drink some water. Have a little. Let's pretend this is water. So again, I don't even give it a thought. And no one gave it a thought till they tried to feed it to us on these phones.
And then, well, listen, this heat wave, where are these, where's that girl, Grumma Thunberg over here running across in the heat?
Yeah, you.
It probably was Trump that brought the heat. Don't you think so, Johnny? Did Trump bring this heat?
Well, one of the things too is with the FIFA, the soccer thing coming in. There are people that never saw America and were told certain things. And one of their biggest compliments to us was that the big places got air conditioning because they're not used to that. You know,
the big stores.
Yeah. And so all these people from other countries that were told not nice about America, they're probably going to want to stay here, and I don't blame them. And that's one of the issues with the Sharia and letting them stay in here because they're not assimilating with us. They're not doing the same thing. But, thank God they worked on the green climate, so I'm not going to worry. I lived in Florida for 20 years, and, when somebody complained, I can't live in Florida, it's too hot. I said, well, then we go inside to the air conditioner. Just like up here, oh, it's too cold, you go inside to the heat. So that doesn't faze me at all.
Again, if you're watching in another country, you're going to have someone explain this to you. Someone from civilization. All right.
Yeah, modern civilization. Kev, it's very hot in the radio station. How is it in there?
Well, wherever I go, I have my ice hat. So I stay cool because I'm wearing my ice hat.
You are wearing. I'm so impressed with that, bro.
Thank you. And you know what? Can I tell you? When I wear this or my MAGA hat every day, it's usually the Gadsden flag on this cheek. I got a flag for that, or a hat for that. But the Trump hat, the MAGA hat, and this one, people walk by that fishbowl and just like thumbs up.
Yeah. Right.
So once in a while, someone goes, ugh.
Was she wearing a mask?
Yeah.
No
I
mask.
can spot them out.
But you can spot them. They're usually blue hair and their armpits too. These chicks, they've got the armpit hair, very sexy. That's birth control. So I don't see how these people multiply because they.
Well, the thing that really bothers me about them more than anything is that they're violent.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have to carry a little mace, maybe a little burner gun behind my. I just don't know. And I don't trust them. And they come up to the van all the time. I get it. And I would say today I'm putting all my flags on. My flag's going to be on for the whole week. I have the J6 flag. I have the American flag. I have the 1776 flag. I have a variety of beautiful America flags. I like the ones made in America too,
Yep.
The Chinese cheap ones, but that's the one they throw out for a couple of pennies. But I think that's going to end pretty soon. We're going to have to.
I got a whole new bunch of patriotic headbands coming. Very excited.
Nice.
Very excited.
Made in America, Chino?
I wish you had a few of those.
Yeah, I think it's important. So the heat wave is not going to really bother us too much. We're common sense kind of people, right? All right, so here's a little challenge to everybody, and we can go into the next segment with it as well, is the hot topics. And Johnny, you've been doing your homework. I know you have. I see you looking down. What do you got hot topic-wise?
I got this guy Nick Shirley's unbelievable, and he's uncovering stuff and opening our eyes. Which the thing that disgusts me is about that. Isn't that what our Department of Justice is supposed to be looking at? Well, anyway, so he had added another to his many, many things. I don't know how the guy does it, but we're just north of not upstate New York, but north of Manhattan. They had an old Air Force line place. I guess it was where they used to park the planes, and there's over 4,000 immigrants living in there, sponsored and paid for by our beautiful city of Manhattan and our mayor over there. It was set up before, but it's been there for a while. So he uncovered it, and there's 4,000 immigrants based and housed at an airport outside of New York City. So we're paying for them so that they have a place to stay, and I bet you they got air conditioning.
Well, there's a little irony about that, Johnny, too. We're traveling with Tina Forte back in 2020 or whatever election we were running with her, and they were slamming the immigrants, and they tried to put them in a park. Everybody protested. They tried to put them in Staten Island. Yes. Scotty LeBedo blew that all up. But I guess they eventually found some place to hide them and stash them and grow them and spend our money. I'm not happy.
And these aren't the illegal immigrants that came over the border, illegally. These are ones that our president and his administration flew in the middle of the night.
He wasn't my president, Johnny. You know it. I know what you're talking about. It was the plane loads of Afghanis and all those foreign Muslim, American-hating people. They grow up hating people. You're bringing them in. They brought them in because they don't want America to succeed. They don't want to be that free, independent, incredible place to live that everybody wants to get here. Everybody. And I'm so proud of it. I understood, Kevin, and maybe you can help me out with this, or Johnny, you brought it to my attention, that the new Mark Wayne Mullen, who took over Christine Noem's, has tripled the deportation rate per month, up to almost 80,000 a month. Is that the best news you ever heard, Kevin?
That is such good news. It's a total of between 3.1 and 3.2 million invaders gone. Now, a lot of them were picked up and sent, but people are getting the message, and they're going, yeah, I'll take that $1,600. Yeah. And Haiti, now people, you know what? Haiti is literally a shithole country. I heard a guy in the news say when he was stationed there, people just go outside and wonk and plop one down. And he goes, losing these people. Well, now you've got people who aren't doing that here. They're doing that on beaches in the UK because that's what they did at home. Just drop trow and walk, let one fly, as it pinch a loaf, if you will. So I think this is great. Get them out. There's a town called Springfield in Ohio. They're celebrating because 20% of the entire population in the town are Haitians.
Well, they should celebrate this more because their governor, Dwayne, just eliminated voter ID in the state of Ohio. So they'll get their congresswoman in. Gino pissed off or what?
Did you see? Of course I'm pissed off. Did you see? And there's so many ways you can do it. You need a license for this. You need a license for that. You need an ID to get into that new Obama museum.
Yep.
You need an ID to get in there. You don't need an ID to vote for these idiots, but you need an ID to get in. It is laughable. And at some point, common sense will win out with the people that have it. And the other people are on their own. But you said it. The only resort they have, you said it earlier, Joe, they get violent. They get violent.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to use their words, and they don't know how to use what mushiness is left in their brain.
I have been recovering from a violent attack here in my lovely town of Smithtown, my shoulder. I still can't get it to where I need it to be. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get there. But they are violent people. And Joe Biden and his auto pen is another big thing that has to be taken care of. The auto pen was one lie right after the other. Did you see? Fauci was waiting outside online to get his approval on his pardon. It's an absolute disgrace. And I can only pray to our Lord Jesus Christ that these truths come out, and because there really is a lot of information. They are stealing, robbing us blind. It really makes me upset.
We love people. Trump loves our country, and we want to be able to welcome them. But if they don't assimilate and love our country like we do, that can't happen. But there was a little bit of good news too, because a temporary status on a lot of these people, millions of them, where they're offering $1,600 to get out. You can have the money, and we'll fly you back to your Haiti or country where it is. But they're definitely cleaning house, getting rid of a lot of people. And if there was one thing I could say about Haiti, because I'm pretty sure it's attached to the same island as the Dominican Republic, which is a beautiful country. They share the same island.
Luke's got a point.
I heard the people that voted for Joe Biden hasn't had enough sex.
I know.
Well,
wow, on that note.
If it makes you feel better, a lot of them are dead. Well, a lot of them were dead.
It was just absolutely amazing what they've done to this country in the short time that they stole it from, and it obviously was stolen. The January 6th insurrection, the fake ballots, it's unbelievable. I think what we're going to do, we got one more segment coming up, and we usually do a commercial. We got some commercials to do. We're going to practice some new ones, but we're going to bring in Teresa. Do I see Teresa on the... Oh, that's for the next one. Okay, so we got some time with 7 seconds left. Sure. Hey, what am I going to do? I'm winging it. That's what I do on this show. I wing-ding it. Me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country. I am loving it, man. I just, I feel so overwhelmed sometimes with the power of the Holy Spirit that pushes me through the days and and just what I'm doing and where He's got me. And I'm very grateful meeting some amazing people. But I want to do some more hot topics for the rest of this segment before we talk about our amazing trip down to Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth area. So I'm going to start with KDJ with a hot topic, because he kind of gave me an eyeball on what was going on, and I agreed. Kevin, what's hot?
Thank you for asking, Joe. What's hot is a movie called Citizen Vigilante. It's an hour, 28 minutes. I won't give it away, but it's about an American in Europe who has had enough of the Muslim rape and murder spree, the epidemic that's been going on throughout Western Europe for about 20 years now. That's all I'm going to say. If you like Death Wish with Charles Bronson back in the 70s, I think, you're going to love this. And it comes at a time. I wrote about this. You can go to PJ Media and read this right now. It's trending #1. It's called Citizen Vigilante, the film that is waking people up and scaring the globalists, or something like that. I forget. And now June was a huge month, not in a good way. There were some good ways. Brutal crimes in the month of June in the UK. 17-year-old girl slashed. A guy almost got his head cut off. A little baby was thrown into a crocodile pit. All sorts of things. And then the rape inquiry comes out. The gang rape inquiry tells us, hey, look, 250,000 women were raped with near impunity, women and girls. That comes out. And we learned that Keir Starmer, when he was the lead prosecutor, let 13,000 gang rapists and pedophiles walk with a sternly written letter, so they won't do it again. And of course, he gets slaughtered in that election that they had a few weeks ago. But this movie comes out, and everyone's going crazy. Everyone's going nuts. Find it. You can watch it for free on Rumble. Probably not on YouTube because they're communists. But what happened was Germany banned it. So Elon Musk said, all right, you want to play that way? He put it on Twitter for free all weekend. I've watched it 4 times now. 4 times. And you're going to love it. I can't just, and you know what? Go to my radio show and send me a text. Call in and say, here's what I loved about it. Here's what I hated about it. Whatever you want. It's opening people's eyes, and it's a wonderful thing.
Well, I came across it myself, I think, in our media channel. Somebody gave it to us, sent it to us. So I went on it, and I watched it on the plane coming back. And my plane ride was 2 hours, so I was really, the only complaint I have, it wasn't long enough. And but you're absolutely right. It was the Death Wish. If you remember Death Wish, I loved Charles Bronson, Death Wish 1, 2, 3. I think he even went to 4. I loved every one of them. I even loved the movie The Warriors, Come Out and Play, because it represented the vigilante thing, because the government is not doing anything about it. They're just ongoing and ongoing, and these judges are letting these people out. There is a madness right now going on, and I don't care what happens in Europe. I don't really care, because that's not my home. If we got to do something over there, Trump, you let us know. But that's it. I don't want to do anything really. Anyway, even this Iran thing, I mean, he's got to go finish it. So I have to say, do what you got to do on that one, okay? But this movie that is coming out is so effective, because there are people that actually experienced what happened to these people in the movie. And for myself, and I say for my brother too, it's tragedy that gets you to do something.
Unless you can relate. The movie does put out there exactly what these people were tortured and beaten, bruised, and raped for before this guy took out on it. Like I said, until something happens to you at home, it doesn't matter to me, but bullshit. It needs to be straightened out, because they are sick individuals, and you see the stuff that they did to hurt our people, or regular people that love to, want to enjoy life or whatever, their lives are ruined. And I know there was another example here in the United States. I'm not sure what city that it came from, but the father, they raped his 13 or 12-year-old girl, and he tracked them down and killed them.
The father tracked.
The father, whatever wind up doing, he winded up killing him, and now he's running for sheriff in that state and he's going to win.
It was
He's running
a
for sheriff in the
1970
town.
some odd case.
No, this is
Johnny.
recently.
Oh, this is a new one?
This just happened recently, and now he's running for sheriff. He's going to win.
He's going to win. You know what happened? They groomed his daughter. You know what happened. I'm not going to say it. 13 years old. Then the guy goes, that's not enough. Comes over at 1 a.m. and says, come on, get in my car. We're getting out of here. Dad chases him down. There's a situation. Yep. Dad shoots the animal. And the best part, John, you know why they dropped the murder charge? One of the cops apparently, accidentally lost the dash cam footage that someone had.
That's a shame.
They grabbed his daughter. He took off. He traced him down and got him pulled over and saved his daughter's life.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? In that action, he wound up killing them, whoever the sick individual was. And now he's running for sheriff and he's going to win.
Yeah, but he got off a murder trial because some evidence was missing? I don't get it.
Yeah, apparently they had some dash cam footage or maybe Ring doorbell
Body
footage.
cam or whatever.
But the investigators, they don't know where they put it. They say, sorry, something happened. We lost it.
And-
Sounds like the J6. Go
And
ahead.
you touched you said the keyword, the buzzword, the keyword, tragedy. That's what brings us together as a planet, okay?
Yeah.
It's not God. Look at these Muslims. It's not politics. Look at right versus left. Look at what the Supreme Court is doing, betraying a lot of the things we thought they would uphold.
Yeah.
It's tragedy, and people just want to help their fellow human. And that's why you look at, and that's why comics like us, oh my God, we like the cute mainstream, suck it. You need these things put in your face so you really can get raw emotion and decide what you really want while you're on this big blue marble. And people don't seem to get that. And never has that become more apparent than with the late night landscape and what you're watching, which is all garbage that does nothing but distract while people like the left destroy the country and try and you're like, oh, we're making fun of Trump in his ballroom. A safe place where people like him and Reagan, patriots, won't get shot. Stop it. Tragedy, me trying to pronounce tragedy is a tragic thing. I need to assimilate.
Help him out, will you, Kay?
You know what scares me? So
Jews, you say it all the time.
Joe, you said that Governor DeWine, maybe
Yes.
from Ohio, he said no to ID to vote?
Correct.
All right. He used to be a rock-solid Republican.
Wow.
Once in a while, he would dip out. But the fact that happened and that the Supreme Court stabbed us in the back a couple times today, now I'm wondering if the deep state is further along in their plans to take over than I had ever thought. Because how do they get to that guy, a Republican in Ohio, how do they get to Amy Coney Barrett?
I don't know.
Unless she was always like this. This is what happens when you send a woman to do a man's job. Right, Gino? I beat you to it.
The whole Supreme. Let's just look at the makeup of the Supreme Court. You got a woman in there, Kami Konomi Jackson. I'm not really sure what her first name is, but she was being interviewed with the Senate, and the question was asked, I think, from Nancy Mace, "What is a woman?" And she was flabbergasted.
Yeah.
We just experienced early in this segment, Luke explained to us the difference between a man and a girl.
Yeah, and I can't stress this enough. My brother said it perfectly. Ketanji Brown Jackson should have to recuse herself from every case that deals with women. Because she doesn't know what one is.
Good point.
She shouldn't be able to weigh in on it.
Your brother's smart. Get him in here. We're going to replace you on that chair.
You trust me. He's funnier and smarter. He's good.
She falls under the auto pen category, too, because she was...
oh, really?
Yeah. That's right, Johnny. She was.
Auto pen.
When she said, I can't tell you what a woman is, I'm not a biologist, that's when we knew she was a communist and an activist. They should have voted her away. Said, get someone who's not so blatantly a commie.
But it is statements like that that show just how little the left knows or cares about democracy and this republic. I take you to Murphy during COVID. Constitution's above my pay grade. The Constitution is your pay grade.
Yep.
It is your job, period. It's above, and he laughed. Like her, I'm not a biologist. No, you're a stupid bitch. And by the way, as long as we're talking, I'm using language like that. The Citizen, what is it called? What's that movie?
Citizen Vigilante.
If you like this channel, the Drinking Bros put it up. That's another great podcast, and I'll put the link in the chat. They put it on their page for free as well, and they talk like we do, and they're patriots as well. But again, she's a stupid bitch, and I'm sorry if that offends people, but you have to call people something and make them defend it. And if someone can come and be like, here's why she's not a stupid, she laughed fact, at trying to get the job that is one of the most important jobs in the world, she's giggling.
Well,
She's
like your
giggling.
brother said, how is she going to make a determination on the men and women's sports when she don't know what a women is?
He also said because she's black. My brother's like, I'm kidding. I just hope he's watching.
My goodness.
He did not say that.
All right, listen, we got 22 minutes and 22 seconds left. A hot spot. Who didn't give me a hot spot? Gino.
I've given you.
Lukey. I'm sorry, Gino. Lukey raised his hand. Hot topic.
So, whoever's not like going to celebrate or like staying inside the cold indoors, go see Young Washington by Angel Studios.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Lukey.
July 2nd. I think it's going to be in the movie theaters.
Do we have an affiliate code for Luke at Luke Angel / Luke? That was brilliant, my brother. I got to tell you, I am so. Thank you. I'm so grateful to have Luke with us. You know, because I don't know. People sometimes be afraid to get up here, but you got cojones, my man.
Well, he likes that George Washington is part of our American history, and if anybody didn't get a chance to come down and see that trailer that was out here,
Freedom Trailer,
the Freedom Trailer, all the education, George Washington. I think he even
That
spoke
Freedom
in one of
Trailer
the
was
pictures.
pretty cool.
Did you see George Washington talk in the picture?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
It's amazing that the things that happen here at the warehouse, right? I mean, it just seems to be one right after the other. By the grace of our Lord, it just happens. We got a minute left. There's Who Wants It, and you can have it.
Young Washington is something everyone on the left especially should watch because what did they love to say? Constitution was written by old white slave owners. Most of them were in their mid-20s, and they wrote the most amazing document ever. And I'll give you one more hot take. From now on, I'm calling the Holocaust the Schmolocaust. And I'll tell you why I've said it before, because of what you just said about Fauci. Fauci killed millions of gay people in the 80s, okay? And sure, that's a crap. I'm kidding.
Yes, he did.
The number of people that have died from COVID, okay? With COVID, whatever. The number of elderly people that died in the first wave. Number of people that have been killed and injured from the vaccine. The number of babies that will never be born because of how it reduced the fertility rate. Tens of millions. So let me say this to anyone that still wants to bitch about the Holocaust, hold Fauci's beer. I've had it. Focus. And no one is talking. Like, if a German soldier 2 years after the Holocaust got his job back, people would be losing their mind. Tell him, Joe.
You tell him, Gino. Unbelievable. I love to get him started, you know. This is the final segment coming up, and we are not going to go to our affiliates. What we're going to go to is T-Mac, one of the hardest working America First patriots that I know. T-Mac, fill us in. What's happening? What do you got for us? I miss you.
Hi, fellas. I'm back. Everyone's back. I'm glad you guys had a good trip. And we got a lot of stuff coming to you. So I'm going to start off. And, Joe, I know you mentioned you and John were going to talk about your trip. I have a little video here about the pictures you sent. Should I show it?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. All right. So we're going to, fellas, if you want to start rolling the clip, this is Remember the Alamo. I want to give a shout out to our friend Chris Burgard and his team for this amazing movie. There's some pictures here with Lara Logan, General Flynn, Grant Sitchfield, and our dear friends Rob and Olivia Moores with Johnny and Joe. And then you can come to us on July 9th and see the movie here in the warehouse. And that great cowboy on the right is Chris Burgard himself, and he will be here for you to meet him. So please get your tickets on our website. Chris makes amazing movies, and we're so excited that John and Joe got to see the global premiere of it this past weekend. And that brings us to our production here, which we produce. Right now we have 14 shows. It's 10 weekly and 4 monthly. However, we are adding a show with DVS permanently very soon. And if we can go to the next clip, I want to welcome Freedom's Front Porch to the America First Media and Television family. They are the ladies of Freedom Corner.
Yeah! Man!
Yep, they will be
That's
on.
amazing.
It is awesome. I had a Zoom call with the girls this weekend. They are very excited. Tonight you can catch us on the Real J6 Committee with Gary, and he's basically going to be handing over that slot to these phenomenal women. So catch us later for that show, and we're very excited to welcome them. So
Tonight?
Yes, today at 4 o'clock you can see the show with the ladies on Gary's show, and they will be permanently with us as of July 14th. So on Thursdays, as many of you know, we have our Bible study night with Tom and Amanda Weirman. You can sign up for a one-time registration fee on our website, and there will be a couple of really special Bible studies coming up in July that will be really dedicated to America 250, but obviously with a faith element in it, and we can't wait for that. And this Friday, you can join the Patriots at Patriot Beach Day at Jones Beach. It's going to be a very eventful day because at night, the America First Warehouse, if we can go to the next clip, will be at Freedom Fest at Bald Hill. Our good friend Natasha Owens is on the lineup. We'll have a booth there, so please come by and see the America First Warehouse booth. And on our website and our ticket link, there is a coupon. If you come visit us, you can get a discount off of T-shirts, and that is the lineup for Friday night's event. We can't wait for that. And then Sunday, you can join the Patriot groups again for a meetup to see the Blue Angels take off in Farmingdale. We're all going to hang out and watch them take off, and we're very excited to do all this America 250 stuff with the Patriots. The next screen that is our rally save the dates through the end of the year, so screenshot that and join us for our rallies. And then the America First Warehouse brings you their car show on July 11th. We are very excited. We're going to have DJ Lukey in the house, and you can register your cars, and we have vendors coming. So vendors, if you're interested, you can register on our website as well. And on the 19th, we are bringing Prophet Vic in for a faith day that you can come down and pray with him, prayer and worship. And on August 1st is Patriot Range Day, and we're very excited for that. You can join us. All the details are on the flyer and on our website. And then our item of the month is the America First Warehouse Heirloom T-shirt. You can get that here in the venue, or you can get that online, bringing it back to basics. But it's great to support us here at the America First Warehouse through our affiliates, and we're going to run through those. So AMAC, which is your alternative to AARP, Mark 3.7 with Ghost phones and Ghost laptops that cannot be tracked, Patriot Mobile speaks for itself, Agara Functional Coffee, goldandsilveraccount.com, My Pillow with Mike Lindell, My Patriot Travel, making travel great again, and then our health and wellness, Tallow Honey Gold, Life Vantage, and Life Wave. And to recap all of that, you can go to our website at www.theamericafirstwarehouse.com or scan that QR code. But the best way to support us now is our free app, which you can get at the Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. And I wish everybody a beautiful and happy, safe Independence Day. What a time to be alive. Back to you guys.
Oh my goodness! When I heard that before, Teresa, Kevin's not here. He just had to take a phone call. But when I heard that before, that we were talking to the girls, the women from Freedom Corner, Johnny.
Wow.
Do you know this, right?
No, I didn't.
Mickey Withoff is a beautiful person. She had lost her daughter, Ashley Babbitt, was murdered. Yep. Yeah, she was murdered by Michael Byrd, a Capitol Police officer. Part of the cabal, part of the incomplete lie that keeps coming out of these duffel bags. You know, they're just unloading information left and right. But the problem that I have is that people, when did they see the truth? You know, when are you going to believe what is actually happening here? Now, Teresa, when you talked about our trip there and you showed some pictures, if you guys can put up one picture at a time, and I'll tell them kind of like what's happening there, because there is a strong movement against the United States. Now, this is coming down the highway. Johnny and I went back and forth. It's a crazy story. I flew into DFW International, but I rented a car at a Love Field. And, you know, being a guy from New York, I would think I would know better, to get the car. But we managed it. We got it back and forth. But I had to drive by this a few times. And
speaking of Texas, did you pass Gas Monkey Garage?
No, I did not, Lukey, but I definitely would have, because I believe that they are strong American, America First kind of guys, and that's all I really care about. But I was blown away by that, Johnny, right? The way they flared. The wind was pretty strong.
Their pride is phenomenal in Texas. They love this country. They love Texas. You know, it is the Lone Star State, and so proud of it, you know.
Yeah.
I did like visiting. I really felt welcome. one of the things that I did like too is they all wearing cowboy hats. You know, they love America and they wear cowboy hats.
A lot of American pride in there, but you didn't find much American pride in the Muslim communities out there that they're building up the mosques. I don't know, 1,800 mosques were approved and built this last year or something like that, and they're really building capitals is what they're doing. They're building these little towns. They're conjugating in. They brought in from Obama and from Joe Biden in heavy-duty masses, and they move into communities and they develop their own communities. They, like John said, they don't simulate. So we were down there to get the truth, and we got the truth. Who's next on that picture up there? Throw another one up there for me. We saw that one. Those are the flags blowing. My goodness gracious, does anybody recognize this woman here? Can you see her? Well, if you don't recognize her, I'm going to tell her she's one of the most badass woman you'd ever come across. She is Lara Logan, 60 Minutes executive producer. Back in the 80s, she went through an incredible ordeal with these animals. You know, you're talking about the 250,000 rapes in England. I mean, it's happening here, believe me. But for some reason, they want to allow it to go on. So that was Lara Logan. And here, out of my conversation with her, you're jumping ahead. Out of my conversation with Lara Logan, I think it's important to know she has her own show called Rogue. And I had told her that Gary McBride promised us that she was going to buy us, you know, the drinks for the whole night. And she said, Gary McBride's a lawyer. But it was so funny because the respect goes to Gary McBride because that's all Laura talked about. And so did another great friend of ours, Luke Coffey, who was the one who was holding the crutch on January 6th and went to jail for us and what he had done. And he's part of that whole team. Incredible, right, John?
Yeah, great patriots that, you know, Lara's story, I heard of it, you know, and then after seeing this movie, you know, you don't even know how to address her with it, you know, and the strength that she has with her husband. They're great people, and they want to expose the truth, and that's why they risk their lives, and they put themselves into these dangerous situations so that we can see what's going on, and that's what happened to her. Story is heartbreaking. The movie is very educational because it's more of a documentary. It's not a movie, but gives you the information and what's going on in our country, and if we don't open our eyes and do something about it, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So that's why this movie is great, and I hope everybody gets a chance to see it. Of course, there's going to be some things in there that you're not going to want to see, but it is all based on facts.
And that is The Alamo, and it's the movie coming here. We're going to show it here at the warehouse as well. Throw another picture up there, if you get a second there. That was me and Grant Stinchfield, and I had a great time with Grant Stinchfield. If you don't know him, he's a news reporter. He was on Newsmax. He got thrown out because he got thrown.
And now he's on Real America's Voice.
Luke, my man, my brother from another mother, you're absolutely right. But he got thrown off, you're not going to believe this, Gino, because he was trying to expose Fauci. And they said, do not talk about the vaccines and do not talk about this and do not talk about that. And he said, listen, I can't do that because this is so bad.
Chris Cuomo's trying to reimagine himself, and he's such a piece of shit. But he's another guy that he did the opposite. He was one of the guys sitting with Don Lemon going like, yep, time to start shaming the vaccine. And he kept propping his brother, that piece of garbage, up. Forgive me if you're not a MAGA and you're just a regular Republican who voted for him instead of Mamdani because you have no soul. But it's amazing how these newscasters, like all the ones that went along, what does this tell you? All the ones that went along with it are fine. And all the ones that didn't are scrambling for conservative networks.
That's why we're in a lot of trouble because most of those cable channels and everything you look at, they just bashing the truth. They're not telling the truth.
Every single channel, Johnny boy. We're in the hotel. We're trying to catch, some decent news, and every single one of them. Oh, Trump with the reflecting pool. Trump with this. Trump's kids are making money. Trump is doing this. I go, what the hell are they talking about? He's the most dedicated man I ever seen. Kevin.
The thing you said about Trump's kids are making money, they're comparing. So there's a deal to dig up some tungsten, which is in some country, and to the two Trump boys, they own a piece of a company that's involved, and they're saying, well, it's just like Hunter Biden. No, Hunter Biden was a crackhead, who is taking bribes. This is not the same thing, but they're going to make a big deal out of this. And even the New York Post was on it.
Kevin, he was a great artist.
Yeah, he's a great artist.
Yeah, you got a piece of his, don't you? Got another picture up there for me? I want to finish those pictures quick. You guys are going to love some of this. Next one up. That's Lego Man and Olivia Moores. They're starting Lego Man Productions. I introduced them to Lara Logan. That's them sitting in there before we went into
Look
the
at those
premiere.
beautiful girls.
Yes, they
Everything
are
is
beautiful.
bigger in Texas.
Yes, everything's big and beautiful in Texas. Lara Logan made a promise to me. She's coming to the warehouse. She's going to bring her show Going Rogue here. They have I think they got about 80 episodes already done in the bank. And she is another one that has been debunked, knocked out, just like the conservative. They're getting thrown off of the platforms. But here at the America First Warehouse, we only give you what's truthful and righteous and true. Lara Logan has experience. She gave it to us. Rob Moores went to jail, but he acted in jail righteously, had his Bible studies, man. He never got into trouble. He just did it right, saved lives, brought people to Jesus. Chris Bugard and Lisa down in Texas. Do we got another picture up there? When we were down there, the producers of this incredible movie, Sharia, my Texas. I mean, I was like, what are they doing? So, Flynn gets up there if he got his picture, and I love General Flynn. So the first thing he says, any Muslims in here tonight? You think that was funny? I couldn't believe it. We all busted out laughing. I could have to get over the sea of cowboy hats. That's how badass it was.
The best idea was to take all those mosques that they're making, whatever they call them.
Yes, Johnny
and
boy.
turn them into the America First Warehouse.
Well, no, you had a minute and a half left. I was going to end with that one because I do want to share with everybody the direction that I've been told, a direction that I feel is what I have to do. The Republican Party does not really support the MAGA movement. I am 100% MAGA. Donald Trump should get reelected in 2028. I'll probably do everything I can to get him in there because what they did to us, what Obama did to us, what Hillary Clinton did to us. Hillary got billions of dollars on the Haiti crisis way back when. That's where the Clinton went through the roof. All of a sudden, the Clinton Foundation is so rich, and little one Clinton is going to fight very hard so her daughter can have an abortion. I don't want to comment on that, Gino. We know who should have had the abortion, but it didn't happen, right? Tell me.
The abortion was the Biden administration. That was an abortion.
Total. KDJ, closing words.
Closing words. Gino was talking about how Fauci killed a bunch of gay people and a bunch of people during COVID.
I was bragging about how he killed a bunch.
Bragging, okay. Now keep in mind, he leans left. He's obviously from the left. Same people saying have abortions. They're weeding. They're thinning the herd. Everybody. Yeah. They're thinning the herd. It's not a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theorists. What are we like? 33-0?
Yeah.
They're thinning the herd.
Yeah, but it's all about the money, and that's what it is. Not I believe in the left. No, he got paid to be and say what he had to say, and he got paid very handsomely.
Last word, Johnny. I'm coming to you, Luke. What's your last word, Luke?
We don't need another ice cream eater.
Happy birthday, America.
My goodness, Lukey. He's got the best lines of the whole show. He's been nailing it, right, Kate?
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
And you know what? I feel bad. It's the last day of June when we haven't wished Gino a happy Pride Month.
Well, and as a proud Pride guy, we
It's
love
over.
we love the last day of Pride Month because it's the back end. We like being back-ended at the end of the...
Oh!
Because they're gay.
For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. The America